Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Tiki Goth Club. Today I'm in the Wicker Bar.
Yes, you are.
And this is Blaine Cook, and you are the man behind the Wicker Bar.
I am the man behind the Wicker Bar. Yes, thank you for having me, Ray.
I thank you for having me over. And Blaine has been a singer all his life, and now you have moved on to being a YouTube star making cocktails.
Yes, to all my 25 fans. Yes. I'm a rising star.
You're a rising YouTube star.
Yeah, yes.
And can you tell people what the Wicker Bar is and what the show is about?
I'm making cocktails. We occasionally we do some cooking. We bring it up to the kitchen, but
Right here.
we are gonna later on. We're gonna make a little fall drink because we're here in Seattle, and the past 3 days have been very blustery and rainy. And
Past 3 days, past 3 weeks.
It's been depressing. Like a lot of people during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was just looking for something else to do, and we started filming videos up in the kitchen, and then I just figured I'd take space up down here in the basement, and I set up a little TV movie set, as it were. So I know this looks very luxurious, but if you were to see the rest of the basement, it does not reflect.
You have a studio audience.
I do have
There's a sign that says applause.
Yes. And
you should do that. You should have a fake audience, of mannequins. And
we do have. There are a couple.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
so
they are over there. So we started making cocktails. I heard about these Prohibition era cocktails. It's like that was very interesting. I started looking into those and purchasing a couple of different ingredients that I had never had in my bar before. And one of them, I think the first one I got was the Luxardo Maraschino liqueur. Was I think the first strange bottle that I got. And then it dawned on me that we had a whole bunch of cocktail books up on our bookshelf.
You said pre-prohibition? Is that what
Prohibition era.
Prohibition era.
Prohibition era cocktails.
And is there a difference in those types of cocktails to more recent? Did things change over the decades?
I think that those back then were just more booze based. Most of them are just, it's kind of like when you were over here and we did the Tortuga, and it's
that was a great drink.
You're not going to think that all this is going to blend into something that's going to be palatable. So, a lot of those, they have the maraschino liqueur, your sweet and your dry vermouth, your cognac, your different brandies, your apricot brandy, and
you're right.
The Cointreau, and you look at those recipes, and if I would have looked at those recipes 20 years ago, it's like, I'm not going to drink that. That's terrible. But then you mix it up, it's like, this is actually, they're really tasty.
That drink you made, and you're like, okay, it has sweet vermouth and it has this and that. I'm thinking well, I'm gonna drink it because it's Blaine and he's gonna make me a drink, and I'm not gonna say no. But then I tasted it, I'm like, holy shit, that was a really, really good drink.
Yeah.
I think what happened is, do you think people's palates got sweeter over the decades?
Oh, I think they definitely. Well, that's what they were being presented. I think it's so you can so you'll drink more.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think back then you just probably. I think they probably drank as heavy as ever, but I think it was a little bit more metered.
Yeah.
And
the interesting thing, I was actually thinking about this. There's a lot of people talking about talking about tiki drinks, and stuff like that. And there's always this idea of what was a tiki bar and what was pre-tiki? What was a pre-tiki bar and something like that. Well, here's the thing that I realized is the guy who changed everything was Don Beach.
Yeah,
he's the guy who came up with the zombie, and then the test pilot, and I can keep on going on and on and on and on. But the difference that he made is he came up with those drinks. So if you went to a Don the Beachcomber restaurant, and then Trader Vic's with the Mai-Tai and stuff like that, you are getting these cocktails that were never being made before. So if you went to a place before them, say there was these tropical dance hall club kind of places, right? Kind of look tropical. Maybe tiki without the tiki.
Yes.
But they're still serving martinis, old fashions, and stuff like that. And that is the difference. So we were talking, and you came up with a book. You wrote a book.
I did.
And this is it right here. Mm-hmm. Cocktails and Mixed Drinks from the Wicker Bar. Lord Zibby Blaine.
The Duke of the something Delridge.
Well, thank you. And we're talking, and not only were you're into making cocktails, you came up with this book, And this is the reason why I wanted to do this episode with you for the Tiki Goth Club, is because I'll tell you what, people, if you're into Tiki and if you're into goth, but more so if you're into goth and creepy stuff, this is the book you need to get. And explain to the people why they should buy it.
Well, so I kind of picked recipes, and most of them are like classic ones, which you wouldn't think of,
Yeah.
because I liked it. I was doing a lot of internet searches for cocktails, and once I realized I had all these books, and I have ever since I was a little kid, I like collecting stuff. I like like nostalgia. So now I'm collecting these cocktail books. So I guess it's more of an analog thing.
Yeah.
So I tried to pick drinks that had like a creepy name, like the zombie, or the corpse reviver, the evil eye, the sphinx, the scorpion, Call the Undertaker, rigor mortis.
No, wait, hold on. Are you naming? Are these song titles from past Accused albums?
No, these are classic cocktails that are in this book.
No, that's I'm starting to read like when all the song titles from all the bands that you've been. It's like, all right, guys, what's going to be the next song for Toe Tag? Master of the Hounds. Okay, that's going to be the next song title.
Right.
And the crazy thing is like it isn't. We're not just talking like 2 or 3 cocktails. I mean, this. How many pages is this?
I don't know.
40, 51?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like so what you did is you actually have the cocktail, and then you had someone, like an artist, do, look at that, that's like the Wicker Man.
Yes, that is the Wicker Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But like every cocktail, not only does it have its own page, but it has its own artwork.
Yes.
Hella beautiful, too.
Yeah, no, I had 26 different artists from around the United States, Canada, and some international spots as well.
Satan's Whiskers.
Yes, that's a classic one, right? Straight or curled.
Is it? I don't see. I never even heard of some of these drinks.
Oh yeah, Satan's Whiskers.
There's Evil Eye,
Yeah.
And these are this is like future album covers for you.
Yeah, right.
And here's the thing: it's sort of like if you're gonna try to create like dark cocktails, creepy cocktails, whatever, goth cocktails, this is the book. The last time we were on the show, you made it was called The Vampire.
We made The Vampire, yes.
Yeah, The Vampire. Where can people buy this book at?
They can buy that through splatterrock.com.
Splatterrock.com. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can order it. Yeah, and I did this.
$15, right?
$15 postpaid, because when I was doing this, people say, "Well, you got to put out a book," and I've been my involvement in the music has been that very hands-on, that DIY type of a deal. Back when people did fanzines, you put out your own records, you book your own shows, your own tours. So it's just kind of like, all right, sure, I'll put out a book,
and you did it.
And I did.
So not only are you a famous singer, you're now a famous author.
Well, I guess
you're and famous YouTuber.
Yeah,
you're like the king of all media.
I wish. Yeah.
So, you said you're going to make us a cocktail.
I am going to make us. Well, yeah, I'm going to make us a little apple toddy.
Apple toddy.
I thought would be a nice one with the Laird's Applejack, and this is another German apple liqueur. It's a little less alcoholic, but it has more of an apple flavor.
Okay.
On my 30th birthday, many years ago, one of my friends, as the afternoon progressed, we started off by straight shotting a bottle of this.
Is it shot worthy?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what they do. That's how they do it in Germany, I guess. Okay. So we have some of that, and then we're going to throw a little bit of bourbon in there, and then I made some.
What the hell is in there?
Cinnamon syrup.
Oh, okay.
I had to make the.
Look like worms in there.
Well, a few weeks ago, I had to make the batch of the Dawn's mix.
Oh, okay.
For the 1934 zombie, and then I thought I'm gonna make up some cinnamon syrup because I think it would go good with some apple. We got some apple juice and some lemon juice. And
wait, what's that red thing?
That's a pomegranate.
Oh shit! I thought it was just like a really old looking apple.
Yeah, well, it's been down here, so yeah. And then I made a cocktail last night, and I dehydrated some lemons there, so just a little garnish. I'm not really big on the garnishes, but that'll be one token little garnish floating on the top of the mug there.
All right, well, tell you what, Blaine, I will get out of the way and I'll let you do your thing.
Right on.
All right,
it'll be quick and easy. So I've got my pan is warming up here. If you don't own one of these little butane burners, these are great, really versatile, good for camping or if you're having a little picnic or something. So I've got 4 ounces of apple juice. I'm gonna throw in there. 2 ounces of the Laird's Applejack. A couple of ounces of the other apple here. Sorry, my German isn't up to snuff. And then just to really make it the toddy, we're going 2 ounces of bourbon in there. 1 ounce of our cinnamon syrup. And 1 ounce of lemon juice. And we will let that get heated up, and I brought some matching mugs for us. Which one are you feeling, Ray? You feeling Miami? It's going to be probably pretty hot, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I love the one. Well, yours says the world is falling apart, and
Yes.
I'm dying inside. So I think I'm gonna go with Miami. So now this really feels like a talk show.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice. Yes, thank you. That's a perfect little fall afternoon.
This tastes like fall.
Perfect. Yeah, I just came up with that too.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's nothing original.
So why do you think there's a relationship between like fall and like dark and like goth and creepy stuff? Is it it all comes down to Halloween, right?
I think it definitely comes down to Halloween, but then also that's just how the whole world kind of gets.
Yeah.
You know, and probably even more so when all that stuff was brought over, you know, from Bavaria and whatnot, where you're in the woods and it's, you know, dark and wet and there's wolves and whatnot lurking around.
But it's funny, but like over here we just deal with with raccoons.
Yes, yeah. But we have some raccoons that actually we feed.
It's funny. Like I gotta say, like if someone could say what does fall taste like, it's this cocktail.
Yeah.
It's this cocktail. This tastes like October.
I thought.
Although it's November, right?
Although it's November.
So you may be asking yourself, how can I join the Tiki Goth Club? Well, there is no membership. There are no fees. But I have shirts for sale. They're $20 a piece, $5 shipping and handling. If you're interested, go to my website, tikiwithray.com. There's a prompt that says buy a shirt. Follow that, and then that's how you can get your own.